tried that already. Look, he can't get the safe open. That's why if you could, send Smith down. Right. Thank you, sir. Now we'll contact you as soon as we have the information.
I'm not going to eliminate them per se, but I might take them down. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get seen very easily here. Hi there. Like I said, probably gonna get seen very easily. Have one of those. It looked like it hurt. Whoops.
I heard that.
You had it.
Come out.
Oh, come on. Seriously? I swear I hit him.
Holy shit.
That's enough elimination.
Keep searching. Someone is in the area.
I didn't do anything. Don't worry, officer. Everything's just fine over here. Machine pistol, huh? You got nothing, nothing. There's a bunch of people with machine pistols. You got something. Oh, I'll take that. What do we have? Stevens, I'm forwarding you a copy of Mr. Gray's travel itinerary. It's imperative you extract the information concerning his interests with the utmost discretion. We can't afford to tip off the target or Seraph. I trust you'll exercise due diligence on this matter and be done before Mr. Gray reaches Detroit. So I'm guessing I'm the target here. So, this is probably the house I was just at a little while ago. And here's his itinerary. He's going from Singapore to Prague to London to Detroit. P.S. If you need anything, you know where to reach me. No, that's his itinerary. Totally his itinerary. There was nothing else in there. I was expecting there to be a little more, but apparently not. Alright, anything cool in here besides the safe in the computer? Looking like the answer is no. Let's check out what's on the old computer. Maybe Bradford has something cool sitting around. So we got a clearance over here and a spam over there. I'll hit those up. Seriously? You know what? Let's just disconnect from that and try that again. That did not seem very nice to me. Try that again. Really? Is that just gonna happen every single time? Perhaps I shouldn't hit the clearance up. That might help a little bit better. This time I have to do it one way or another. Alright. Hit the spam, hit you, stop for a second.
Access granted.
And I totally went backwards on that. Oh well. Go ahead and check out all these emails. Completionist, huh? Alright. Let's see what we've got going here. Hey B, got a tip for you on that case you're working. There's a woman named Michelle Walters. She worked at the lab you mentioned, White Helix. She was a nurse and good friends with the Jensens, particularly Arthur. She's living in Detroit now on Brooklyn Court. There's just one problem. According to my initial probes, she's senile. But you've always had a way with the ladies. Maybe you can coax some information from her, V. So we got Veronica M, apparently. Going to Brent there. Radford, I strongly advise you not to. I've heard enough, and I'll have nothing to do with White Helix. The less I know, the better, and I would advise you to follow suit. In fact, consider your contractual obligations fulfilled. This investigation is over. I'll get in touch to organize the rendering and payment of bills for your service, D. So, that's David Seraph there. You wrote? I thought this was pretty interesting. I'm going to start digging around for some more info on this White Helix Labs. It could lead to my big break in the case, our mysterious boy wonder. Behind our mysterious boy wonder, Brent. Brent, it wasn't easy, but I finally backtraced some of Margie and Arthur Jensen's past through their medical files. Arthur Jensen had enough connections through his old Desert Storm buddies turned security consultants to have a certain records pooled, which is why the family is a ghost. But he couldn't hide Margie's records. So that's what he meant by ghost. For a period of 8 years, Arthur relied on the insurance policy of his then employer, White Helix Labs, to pay for his wife's medication. She was on antidepressants since 14 and needed regular prescriptions. When White Helix Labs burned down, all its files and employment records were lost, and the Jensens stayed invisible, mostly. Here's the thing. 1 minute Adam doesn't exist, and the next, the Jensens have themselves a bouncing and healthy 5-year-old. That's when they pulled their vanishing act. So, on a hunch, I sniffed around some more, and sure enough, the Jensens had tried adopting kids from several Michigan agencies, but Margie was deemed unfit as a parent. Next thing you know, they have Adam. There's no real trail saying how he was placed in their hands. Hope that helps, Lucius. Strange. Either I'm adopted or created. I'm gonna go with created. Thanks, keep digging. You wrote? I have a friend at the GeneView Labs. Run the test off the records like you asked. Does your subject know that neither of his parents are his birth parents? Okay, never mind. Maybe I am adopted. That surprised me. The mother was sterile, according to those old medical records, I dug up. But his dad carries no common phenotypes either. See for yourself. Mother, Margie Jensen, 8'5", Caucasian. Father, Arthur Jensen, 11'23", Caucasian. Child, Adam Jensen, 3'9", Question mark. Genetic systems tested parentage index. All that stuff. Probability of parentage, 0. Okay, well, I suppose I still could be made, just not from my parents' genetic structures whatsoever, who weren't really my parents, I suppose. Radford, here's a little nugget I gleaned off the PC of your bows or ex-bow. I was hoping to get more, but some nuclear snake was around to trace, and I had to jump the networks. When I tried to reconnect, my tunnel was caved. Whoever that was, they're good. I'm not going to risk going back anytime soon. P.S. Consider my debt paid. This is the last time I do a job without the money up front. Zero cool. Oh yeah, hacker reference. Oh wow. Dade Murphy. Alright, that's awesome. I like that. Anyway, let's see here. Got Rebecca Downey here. Paternity test. Hey, Megan. I know you had some questions about the files I sent. Sorry about all the graphs earlier, but that sample was nothing short of groundbreaking. I got excited. I don't suppose you could tell me where you got it. The short answer to the original breakdown I sent is this. Yes, the DNA samples are remarkable, and we were unbelievably lucky to catch the reason why. We've been working with VersaLife's new chaos model Genomatrix, which is trying to apply fractal mathematics to the study of genetic mutation. In essence, we've been trying to predict the future of human evolution using past mutations stored in the database of our mitochondria, which is passed uninterrupted from ancestral Eve through our mothers. It gives us an accurate and universal roadmap for our common past. The thing is, the sample you sent fits one of our evolutionary models of the future. We're talking about someone who is ahead of the genetic curve by one step, maybe two. Do you know what this could mean for medicine alone? You have a living, breathing Nobel Prize on your hands. The thing is, I can't tell you if this is a natural leap in evolution or something done to the mother while the baby was in vitro. But I do know that this person's mother had no such mutations. The mitochondria don't lie. Rebecca. Interesting. This is good work, Brent. Keep it up. You wrote, Mr. Seraph, I found Adam Jensen's psych evaluation following that SWAT incident with the augmented teen. I managed to sneak a look at the folder, but I couldn't copy it. At least not yet. I'll be honest with you, the psych eval doesn't paint a pretty picture. It mentions the problems with authority figures, a disregard for a chain of command, anger management issues, and potential PTSD. Here's the thing. When you hired me, you said you wanted me to read between the lines, so here it is. The evaluation reads like fiction. I'm thinking a pissed-off superior wanted Jensen off the force and had the evaluation worded to read just like cause, or like Just Cause. But most of the rank and file I spoke to respected and liked Jensen. They thought he was a real straight shooter, even though the SWAT incident soured his reputation a little. Still, even my source liked him enough to want to keep his psych eval buried. Brent. Interesting. So a lot of people like Jensen, and there's a lot of secrets being hidden. Security rating 5. I'm gonna try and hack it anyway. Because you know, why not? I've got plenty of crap going on here. Well, if I can hack into this, there's no point in going to that. So, yeah, I'm gonna probably head around this direction. But do I want the spam node? I think I do. Ugh. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's try that again. Let's hit the spam node first this time. Nice. A little bit closer, and we've got it. You are mine.
Access granted.
Wow, that is nice. What do we got in here? Ooh, that is something I didn't expect. Anyway, we got some photographs, got some credits, and we've got an ebook. Interesting. Alright. Is that it in here? Seems to be. Check out this ebook over here. Twisted Cedar, Michigan, PNN. the Picus News Network, I believe. At 4:36 a.m. on July 18th, firefighters were called to White Helix Labs to fight an early morning blaze. By the time they arrived, the main building was already engulfed in flames. General Manager Michael Barris could not be reached for comment, but a pre-recorded message had been left on White Helix Labs' toll-free line, stating that nobody is believed to have been hurt in the fire. That message was later removed when firefighters began pulling bodies from the wreckage. The recovery operations are currently ongoing. Fire Chief Minnie Hawkins told reporters, but also stated that the circumstances behind the blaze are very suspicious. White Helix Labs, a subsidiary of VersaLife, is a bioresearch firm studying childhood genetic diseases. Interesting. Alright, let's see here. Let's check out my quests here. Let's see what we've got. I think I found everything there is to find. Now I should look for Michelle Walters and speak with her. Really? I don't remember finding an exact location for her from this stuff. Maybe the photos, but it seemed kind of odd. Ooh, you had a revolver. I did not even know you had a revolver. I'm glad I took you out first rather than these guys with machine pistols. What did you even have? Another machine pistol? Yeah, you guys were lame ducks compared to the guy with the revolver. Jeez. Alright. Let's check my map and see where we're off to. It's on the top floor, which is right over here. So, somewhere in these apartments, it would seem. Anyway. I suppose I could have gone through the sewer system to attack those guys. I don't know how well that would have served me, considering that the revolver guy was on the other side, but it is another entrance. Excuse me, people. I have a place to be, where apparently I will find a guardian angel. That riot is still going on pretty strong over here. Alright, now I should... Actually, you know what? Before I get out of here...
How may I be of service?
I would like to purchase some stuff from this guy. These things here. Yeah. And all of these things. Cool. And energy pack, trank darts. I probably can't buy any of those. I don't think I have any room. And I really don't
Be sure
need
to
it.
tell all your friends. Just not the cops.
The cops are like right outside. I'm surprised they haven't figured it out already. They must be really dumb cops. I mean, seriously, they are on the roof of your establishments, and they haven't figured out that you're doing something weird? They must be very idiotic. Then again, this is Detroit. Not the best place for intelligent cops. It is a pretty bad city as it is without having intellectual cops around.